What's up, y'all? What's the deal? Probably finna get rained on, but I don't care. I gotta deliver this message. Let's talk about it. Hope y'all blessed, you and your families. Thank you for rocking with royalty. I appreciate it, man. You know, let's get into it. I got a couple topics I want to talk about, man. Rain, sleet, or snow, I'm giving it in. I'm giving it in. Hope y'all having a blessed one, man. Bipolar Arkansas weather. Just don't know what they want to do. But let's talk about it, right? The obsessed and possessed coworker. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know, man. What's y'all experiences with this? You know what I'm saying? The obsessed and possessed coworker. A coworker who's obsessed and possessed, jealous, somebody who's determined to make you fall regardless. You know when you got a obsessed coworker, even when you leave the job, they still watch you. You know what I'm saying? I had a coworker that I lost the job, right? Left the job. I seen this coworker outside talking to my manager. You understand what I'm saying? The place that I was staying at, she was talking to my manager. So just imagine what she was telling the manager. That may have been a part of the reason why I was getting harassed and all that different stuff over there, right? Because this person was just determined to make everybody hate me and continue to want to just destroy me for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But even in the neighborhood I'm in now, I've seen this person. You know what I'm saying? They walk down the street. They walk down the street past my house with a mask over their face, right? Like the doctor's mask. Right? So they walk past my house, then they turn around and walk back. But imagine having a coworker or coworkers that's that obsessed with you. You know what I mean? Obsessed with you to the point where they just want to destroy you. You ain't even around no more. And they going out of their way to try to make you fall. You know? And that's what I mean by possessed. Because they got to be operating off demon time. Everybody want to be on demon time. I'm on demon time. No, you should be on God time. And she's operating out of an evil spirit because she just continue to do things and try to destroy me. Every job that you as a chosen one will go to, you're going to have somebody like that. You're going to have somebody. Even at the other job I got to, same thing. It's like they put people on you, assign people to destroy you at your workplace. Every move I make on a job, a guy, he makes the same move. It's like this sucker got a tracker on me or something. You know what I mean? It's deep, y'all, but it's true. Sometimes your workplace, people at your workplace can become obsessed and want to destroy you. When somebody's always looking at you evil-eyed, Every time you look at them, every time they look at you, they're evil. You messing with their demons. That's what it is. You are bringing out the evil in them. Your light is shining so bright. But having somebody that obsessed with you when you've done nothing is it's a mental thing too. It's something they need to get within themselves and try to fix it. But if you like me, every job you done went to, it's been somebody, whether it's a manager or a coworker that's been trying to destroy you every time. It don't matter if you're the best worker. It don't matter if you're doing your job good. It's just something about you that brings people in. They want to destroy you. So it's nothing you really can do but just keep pushing forward. But it gets real irritating. It gets real irritating, especially when they get everybody to team up against you. These people don't really have nothing against you, but some kind of way they end up on the side of their coworker and they don't like you, and it's for no reason. Cause I can feel stuff sometimes. Like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a couple of them might be watching my channel. That's just how crazy folks is. Passing by the house, they think I don't know shit. I know a lot of stuff. I just be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you get overlooked and people misjudge you. But that's their fault. That's their fault. They didn't take the time out to get to really know you or know what you was about. They was listening to the fake jealous friend, or they was listening to another co-worker or somebody about you that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said something about you that they didn't even, you have no proof of or none of that. It's just they just went off straight hearsay, and they misjudged you and overlooked you. And like I said before, when people make their decisions, they make their decisions. Because a lot of times, people get upset at you with the decisions that they make. Whether it's somebody that overlooked you in a relationship and they feel like somebody else was a better option. Then they want to fall back and be mad at you because they made that mistake. That's not your fault. People make choices and then they get mad at other folks. I may have been guilty of that myself at one point, you know what I mean? But now I know how to keep my mouth closed. And even when I don't tell nobody stuff, they still find a way to be in my business. So I do the necessary things I can to stay private. But how many of y'all have had that though? How many of y'all had it in the past or currently got an obsessed coworker that's possessed and just really want to take you down? They really just don't like you for no reason. You know what I mean? It happens to me a lot, man. They don't know whether they want to talk about you or love on you. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what their agenda is, that's what we here to destroy. Agendas. And people with fake gifts. They use their gifts for evil. They want to do stuff, see your future, and try to change it. I see a lot of that online. Yeah. They say they work. They come one way, but they really another. Say they working for the Most High, but they working for the devil. That's why you got to be careful what you watch. Me too. So now, Private schools. What y'all know about private schools? Why do private schools exist? Anybody know? Private schools. See, first, they make it to where you can't afford to go to one. So, there's only a select few people that get to go to these charter schools, these private schools, because they learning what they don't teach in these other public schools. That's why they call it public school. It's for the public. Anybody can go to a public school, but they can't go to a charter school because they actually might be teaching them about God in those private and charter schools. And they teaching them the real history. That's what they do. In the private schools, those children are learning the real history of this corporation they call America. So, most likely, if you're brown skin, Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever you is, a lot of people can't afford to send their kids to those schools. So, those kids will be further along than your kids. Them kids will be computer geeks and stuff by the time they get 18 because they're learning the real history. That's why they do that. They make sure you can't afford to send your kid to that school. So your kid don't get to learn nothing about what's real. Anytime they take God out of the schools, then you know something wrong. You shouldn't, it don't matter where you at and what you're doing. You should be able to connect with the Holy Spirit. You should be able to connect with God, no matter what. That lets you know how evil these schools are and how completely ass backwards they are because they don't even want to teach you about God. But they got all these schools. See, I grew up in a town where I went to school with all dark-skinned people. I didn't go to school. It's very seldom that somebody white went to my school. Very seldom. It wasn't many at all. And most of the white kids went to Christian school. Right? I remember that Christian school they used to always have their cars parked out. When you get to the stop sign, you could hardly see the traffic because they got their cars sitting out there. Nothing was done about it. But that's purposely done. So you can't put your African American or brown skin, whatever you want to call yourself, Mexican, whatever. You can't put your child in that school because you can't afford it. So your child got to learn this fake history that they're giving you in these public schools. And that's done purposely. That's by design. That's by design. If you can, the cost of you surviving and living, and the cost of real education is made higher, so you can't get it. They knowing that you can't afford to send your son or your daughter to that school. So they got to go to a public school where they get to learn about Christopher Columbus discovered America. Right? Fake history. That's what they get to teach. That's what your child get to learn when they go to public school. So that's really what it is. Everything is set up so perfect for you to barely be able to survive. Unless you want to give your soul to the devil and he grants you all of the wishes that you want in the world. You can go get a job anywhere you want to go. You get in the door. In school, you might win best looking or gifted and talented. You might do a lot of stuff. You get a lot of things handed to you because your parents with Satan. And that's what it is. But if not, you gotta grind it out. You gotta barely make it until you can make it on your own, build yourself. And that's what it is. Straight up. That's why they had these private schools. So they can privately teach the real history that your child is missing out on because you can't afford to send them to it. Straight up. Now, let me get to this right here, because I really want to get on this. Let's get on these Amber Alerts. Now, the other day I got an alert coming to my phone. 11-month-old child came up missing, right? In this area. So I thought to myself, what could happen to that child? 11 months. 11 months. I'm gonna show you how they do this, how they sacrifice these kids. At 11 months old, let's say you're taken at 11 months. What's the odds of you remembering any of your parents? Especially if they put you on the MK Ultra. You're not gonna remember the early years of your life. You're not gonna remember your real mom and your daddy holding you. You're not gonna remember none of that. You 11 months old. If you ain't dead, where are you? Where are you if you ain't dead? That's them illegal programs right there. You 11 months old and you get abducted. Or you got your mama and dad on TV. Could you please help me find my little girl? Could you please help me find my little boy? Oh, baby Louis has been missing for 2 weeks and no emotion, no crying, no nothing. It's a rap on TV right now talking about his daughter missing. No emotion, no crying, no nothing. Do you know how emotional and how insanely crazy and nervous I would be if one of my children came up missing? See, these crisis actors get on TV and act like they can't find their kids, and they know damn well where they at. They didn't let these people get their kid gone, because they already had connections to the occult or these satanic people. So they got their kids, and their kids probably ain't gonna never be seen again. You thinking they dead and they somewhere else, especially if they're a baby, 11 months old. What are they gonna remember once they get grown? They ain't gonna know nobody but the people they got them. That's it. That's all they gonna know. And people think that when they do that and let these kids get taken like that they never gonna see them kids again. See, some people think that they can just throw a child away, and that child ain't gonna come back as a grown up and say hi. You know what I'm saying? I know you gave me away as a child, sacrifice, but now I'm on the scene and you can see me again. So what happens then? Neighborhood gang stalking, tracking, monitoring, because a lot of people, a lot of these kids that come up abducted are connected to celebrities. Somebody that had a baby out of wedlock, they don't want the child, or they can't have a child. It's always something like that. These Amber Alerts be a bunch of BS. For real. These parents be selling their kids out. Straight up selling their kids out and placing them in a cult family. Well, that's all they know is that family. And then they wonder why their life's so hard. They wonder why their life's so hard. Because these people are being paid by these government agencies to keep these children hid and away. So they can never, you know what I mean? There might be some parents that's actually looking for their kids, and then they never find them, and then they never know where they're at. But a lot of them be knowing. They don't show no emotion. They don't show no emotion. Just like the little Trayvon kid. His mom and daddy didn't show no emotion to me. They didn't show no emotion. That son killed in cold blood. The guy that's supposed to be killed him is still walking around. But what his daddy and that man that's supposed to be killed him have in common, they both part of an organization. The same organization. The cop that had his foot on the guy's neck, they knew each other. This is a made up world. I tell you that all the time. A made up world. Don't believe everything you see and half of what you hear. And that's exactly what happens. These 11-month-old babies, these little babies, be coming up missing, and these parents don't show no emotion because they don't care. They done gave instead of giving the blood to the devil, they just gave the child away to the devil's people, and let the devil's people deal with that child. Straight up. Sad but true. These Amber Alerts, they be very, very, very fishy to me. And they be very suspect. And I don't believe none of it. You get on TV and you get in front with this. That's all it is TV. You get this camera put in front of your face. And you put on the best show possible about your child being missing. But you really don't care. You really don't care at all, man. Straight up. And that's exactly what the problem is. So when these Amber Alerts come across your phone, let your mind be clear and think. It's not always an abduction and a kidnapping and the person is dead. So no. Their parents know what's up. Their parents know what's up. Their parents have been sellouts since they were born. They didn't sacrifice the baby when he was born. So when they get a little bit older, they may hypnotize them or they may do anything like that. And then what they do, they give them away. And never thinking they're gonna be seen again. Or never thinking they're gonna figure out that they're in a simulation program that was made to keep them stuck where they at, in poverty. You know, some people take contracts just to keep you in poverty. Because if they can keep you in poverty, keep you from being seen, then nobody can recognize you and know who you are and find you. It's somebody that's really looking for you. You know what I mean? But I thank y'all for y'all support, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Continue blessings to you and your family. Thank you to all my loyal supporters, man. Everybody, man, for continuing to watch my videos, man. Without you, it's not possible. Without God, none of us would be here or anything would be possible. Stay up. Double one. Out.